Welcome back to SL Chennai Speaks Out. This is our final round. Is the media sensitive or sensational? And who better to judge this than the viewers and readers? Public Punch is our next round.
Why should the media make such a big hype on personal issues of a person? Let it be a star. For example, when Harbhajan Singh was not selected, the media has gone and asked his mom how does she feels when he has not got selected. I mean, it's something very personal. Why should the media create such a big bulletin? In the bulletin, it's written that Harbhajan Singh has not been selected, and how does his mom feel? I mean, it's not necessary. Why should they make up such a big hype?
Okay,
because the person next to you wants to know, that's why.
It's not so. I mean, it's such a personal issue, and it's his own personal issue. The media need not hype about.
We are talking about fee structure, we are talking about the Samachir Kalvi and all those stuff, but so far it's not been a good coverage by the media in terms of telling people what exactly is good for the Indians in terms of education.
You've not been reading the Hindu, that's the problem. We've been covering it every day. No, but much beyond that, I think there is a huge problem in even the officials understanding what Samachir Kalvi is, that is the uniform system syllabus of education. And I think that's where the problem essentially lies. The officials don't understand as much, and we understand even less, and the parents understand a fraction of what is happening, and you're completely confused.
Follow-up is the core aspect of sensitive reporting. I remember in olden days, Hindu reporting certain matters and following it up, and the news is published in the same page in the same column. I used to read like that in olden days.
Yeah, we
and
forget,
you revive it now.
We forget. We have very short attention span. We have very short memories. The problem happens to be that there's so much happening around. It is not like the olden days anymore. We are constantly on the run. We are running from point A to point B in search of news. So what happens is, unless there is a huge news opportunity in a follow-up, we more often than not refuse to follow up or don't spend as much time on a follow-up, which our editor-in-chief, Mr. N. Ram, and executive editor and the editor, Mr. Ravi, always keep telling us that it's a very bad precedent. But unfortunately, the fact is that we just don't have that kind of time and leisure any longer.
And the Hindu has a reader's editor also. I think the only newspaper to have a reader's editor.
Yeah, the problem is we are in an age of instant gratification.
About the Nityananda case, okay, we understand that you want to show us what happened and all, but what is the need for showing us in all the channels throughout the day?
Not all.
It was about what they were doing again and again. What is the point of that? Isn't that sensational?
Okay, I'll come to your rescue here. Just to add on, we did not show. Ndtv did not show a single visual of what the others showed. No matter, even if the TRPs, even if it cost us TRPs, we took a conscious decision not to do that. Okay, Arkin.
I am per se not in favor of showing sex on TV, but the point is that people like these need to be exposed thoroughly, so that people do not go after these so-called godmen.
You say that when there is a rape case or something, they mask the face of the girl, but not the parents. I mean, the media cannot say that somebody is raped somewhere in the city and this is happening in India. They need to say where it's happening, what is happening. So I don't think media is making it sensational or something. And the other question is for you, sir. You started off saying that in Facebook, I saw a 15-year-old girl saying that we are making it sensational. But then the same 15 or 16-year-old girl would say that, I support live-in relationship and I think I have to get out of my house and stay with my boyfriend. And you will find another 15 people saying yes to that. So I think, yeah. I mean, it's about there is good food, there is bad food. We as a people, we need to figure out what is good and follow that.
I gave the Facebook example of just to show how even the perception of a teenager towards the media. I am not saying whether all our things are right or not, but her perception of the media.
There are very, very stringent rules pertaining to victims and their rights. Even convicts, even accused and their rights. There are very, very, everybody is entitled to their human rights. And the media, so what if the media says somebody somewhere it has happened? Do you know what is going to happen to that woman after this news is being aired on TV? She's going to live with that trauma of being exposed for the rest of her life. The media is not going to be with her then.
Why is it that Shiny Ahuja rape case, which was not even true, the media sensationalized it so much that it was not true, and they went like...
How do we know it's not true?
Yeah, it is.
Just because the maid now retracted?
Yes, it is proof that it is not true.
It's not
why is it that was sensational? Just because he was a celebrity, people were interested. That's why media sensational. And second issue, Deepika Padukone seeing Yuvraj Singh in Australia was shown as a cover story in Aaj Tak, which is not at all important. We people don't demand that. You are showing it, and you have practiced the people to see like that.
Let the former Aaj Tak lady reply.
I saw it. Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, I agree.
All right, Jayashree. She'll say that she's not there, that's why. Okay, but anyway.
Absolutely. No, I think although the question is addressed to their team, on the first one, I would like you to show some restraint on your comments on the Shiny Ahuja case, because we don't know what is the truth. Okay, it's a matter which is pending out, and a retraction of statement, again, there are these rich-poor equations which work, so which we cannot read too much into. So I think the Shiny Ahuja case, let's leave it behind. On the other one, Deepika Padukone meeting Yuvraj Singh, I will give you the number of the executive producer. But I am saying some of these things is exactly what we are talking about, is that there is a need to know and there is no need to sensationalize. So if you say Deepika Padukone met Yuvraj Singh and then you have a 1-minute clip, maybe you will watch it out of interest. But the general feeling is that if you say Deepika Padukone met Yuvraj Singh and you show it for 15 minutes, people will watch those 15 minutes and you will get higher TRPs. And that is why, yeah, that is why
it's being shown. There is a cover story on that which was going on for a whole day, as in, you know, it was going on.
Yuvraj's performance has to be viewed in this context, not with Deepika.
When the complaint was filed, as far as the media was concerned, Ahuja was a rapist. Forget it. That's nothing, no questions asked. He was the rapist. Confirmed. Hang him in the, from the street corner. Street corner. Please don't interrupt now. But when the servant maid retracted, when she retracted, he became holy. Okay, it's now he has become innocent, and it is the servant maid who cooked up the whole thing for the sake of money or whatever.
We believe
now, come on. Now the thing is, no balance. You lose your sense of balance when you are reporting such incidences.
In this Ayodhya case that happened on 30th, the verdict was postponed. The media kept saying over and over again that they kept reiterating the fact that the public is going to react and there's going to be a lot of communal violence and all of that. But that is the responsibility of the state, and they're supposed to be taking care of that.
No, it's also warning the administration that something can happen. And it's also warning the people that there could be trouble.
Regarding the plane crash, you do anything it takes to get the story. The person is lying on the
story to bring you what.
Okay, let's take it even like that way. The person is lying on the bed. He has no idea of where his other family members are. He's in pain, and you'll go over there, stick a mic in his face, and ask him what happened. What gives you the right to do that, sir? If you were in that place, how would you feel?
See, individual instances of transgression does not become a rule of law in the media. We do not do that. We do not do that in most occasions, is the only response that I can muster to this question.
Yes, the media has a right to be a watchdog, sometimes even bite and not just bark. But should the media sometimes be a bloodhound?
We are not.
All right.
Sorry, I beg to differ. Sometimes the media does behave like
a bloodhound.
Bloodhound.
All right. Yes, ma'am.
Not just bloodhound. I'll say
it's
like vultures.
Vultures. Okay.
Like vultures.
Maybe the print media is less sensational than the electronic media, or is sensationalism general to both?
No, you need a 24/7 coverage in the visual media, which basically means that to hold attention, you need a whole lot of more elements than we do in a 16-page or 20-page newspaper.
And you have a deadline, we don't.
Yeah. Our deadlines, and past our deadlines, we go back to sleep. Sanjay has to keep bothering, he can't put his cell on mute and go to sleep. That is the essential difference. And of course, the moving image, any image, has far greater impact than anything that we write. Because what we write, one, you guys have to read, and two, you have to understand. And there is also nuanced writing in some papers in this country, including the Hindu. And you will have to understand what we meant. So these are all of a very high order these days, given the time that you spend on a newspaper.
And also you will have to report what the TV channels have not reported the previous day.
Yeah.
You saw a video that a lady has been brutally killed by pelting stones on her. Do you think that video is needed?
You saw that?
Yeah, definitely.
You have the remote in your hand. Why is that you didn't switch off?
No, I want to see what had happened really. I want to see the video.
You're so aghast.
No, but why didn't you, if you didn't want, if it was in such bad taste, why didn't you switch off the channel or flip the channel? Why did you see it?
Yeah, I want to check, I want to know the
student of media.
result.
Don't you feel a democratic country like India that media has to play the opposition party's role?
Anti-establishment stance of the media as opposed to being a mouthpiece of the party in power.
I think the media has a role to do, which is provide information, ferret out the truth whenever it's required, and give it out to the public so that they know. There is no two ways about that. Does the media have to be an opposition? Does the media have to be a judge? Does the media have to be a critic? Does the media have to be, a dramatic artist? None of these.
We can have a show of hands. We'll pronounce the verdict here. How many of you believe that we should award this debate to R.K. Radhakrishnan and Bhagwan Singh, who said that the media is certainly sensitive? There are stray cases of sensationalism, but by and large, the media in our country is sensitive. Show of hands. How many of you believe that the media is sensational and agree with Jayashree and K.N. Arun? Okay. Right. That's what the audience, and we'll respect that. Ultimately, it's a pulse of the public. It's called public punch after all. So we'll award this debate to Jayashree and K.N. Arun, who said that the media is sensational. That's all the time we have for on ASL Chennai Speaks Out. But as an American novelist once said, television is perhaps chewing gum for the eyes, and print journalism is literature in a hurry, which is probably why that age-old practice of cross-checking facts today is being sacrificed at the altar of breaking news. And have we got our priorities all mixed up today? Is that why we always remember a superstar's birthday every year, but remember Bhopal once in 25 years? Do you believe that the media mirrors or magnifies reality? Do let us know. Feedback at ndtv-hindu.com is our email ID. But from all of us here on the ASL Chennai Speaks Out team, thank you once again for joining us, and we'll catch you next week at the same time.